When did you join up?
October 1899.
How old were you?
16 and 2 months.
16 and 2 months.
Yeah.
Where did you join up?
Durban.
Whereabouts?
Church to West Street.
Whereabouts on West Street?
At the police station.
Where was that? Eh?
Yeah, on to the police station.
What decided you to join up?
Well, I worked in the stores department.
For? SAR?
NGR.
NGR, sorry.
Yeah, 1900 that was.
Yeah.
And at lunchtime I used to go across to the town hall for a walk after I'd had my lunch.
Yeah.
When I got into Church Street, it is West Street, isn't it?
West Street, yeah.
West Street, yeah. I saw a whole crowd of chaps outside the police station. So I went and had a look too. And this chap was talking about volunteers, as Boers had come into Natal, and it was up to the duty all young fellas to join up. So I joined up.
What test did you have to do? Did they test you?
Yeah. I had to show my riding ability. Well, the chap before me was a sailor off one of the boats.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he did too. They tested us on fire engines. In those days, they had 2 big horses used to pull the fire engine.
Yeah.
And one of these was what they were testing us with. But I don't know what this sailor did to the horse, but it ran away with him right up to the Brier Road. We had to wait till they stopped the horse and brought it back. Of course, the sailor was disqualified right away. He never got the job.
And you?
So I came on then, and I was scared, I can tell you. But I got on, and I trotted round into Gardner Street, into Smith Street, and Church Street.
Not
And he
Church
passed
Street.
me.
Not Church Street.
Huh?
Yes,
That's
Church Street.
Church Street
Run
there,
by the
in front of the town hall.
Oh, yes, yes. Is that Church Street?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
back to the police station.
Yeah.
So I was passed.
So what did they do with you then?
They gave me a pass to go to Maritzburg
On the train?
On the train, that night.
That night?
That night.
Good grief. When
So,
was this? What time? What
in
was the date?
October,
October 18?
1899.
Oh, yes.
And caught the train that night, arrived at Newcastle at Maritzburg in the morning, went up to Fort Napier,
Yeah.
got a uniform and
What was your uniform?
a khaki uniform.
What did you wear on your head?
Helmet. The only volunteer crowd this side that had helmets.
What kind of
All
helmet?
the others had felt hats.
What kind of helmet?
Proper military, English military helmets.
But what unit were you in?
What do you mean, what unit?
What unit?
Thornycroft's Mounted Infantry.
What decided you to go into that one?
Well, that was where the chap was asking for volunteers for Thornycroft.
Only that one?
Yeah, only Thornycroft.
Ah, I see. And you're issued with uniforms at Fort Napier?
At Fort Napier in Maritzburg. I left that night for Cheveley.
Cheveley?
Yeah,
Straight away, eh?
Yeah, it was headquarters.
Yes. And what happened when you got to Cheveley?
When
When did you get a horse?
got to Cheveley.
At what?
Yeah.
What was its name?
I called it Face.
Face?
Yes, because it had a white face.
Oh, yes.
When we arrived there,
But you didn't know how to ride a horse?
Well, I rode one.
You reckon man Gordon
What else were you issued with? What sort of guns or?
Well, when the day we did nothing, got used to camp life. Then on the following day we had to go and pick our horses.
How many horses did they have?
Oh, a whole lot of them. Yeah. And I remember when I went along there, the sergeant, he had a look at me. No, he said, "You're only a young fella, eh?" I said, "Yeah, I'm only a young fella."
How old were you?
16 and 2 months. How many more times do you want to be told?
Yes. What do you say to you?
So he said, "All right," he said, "I've got a nice little horse will suit you." And he did. He picked one of the best little horses there, a Basuto pony. And it had a white face, so I thought, well, I'll call this horse Face. And at night time, after I got used to riding on a horse, I just used to say, shout, "Face, Face," and he'd go, "Hee hee hee." As much as say, "I'm here."
Ah.
Yeah.
What gun did you get?
303.
What was its make?
Oh, I don't know what you make. 303 rifle.
Oh.
With a magazine at the bottom.
Are you sure it was a 303?
Eh?
They didn't have 303s in those days?
They did.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I don't know. Anyway, it was a rifle that shot bullets.
Ah. How many bullets did you get?
Oh, I don't know.
Lot.
We had a bandolier, all bullets.
Yes.
Then we had a belt with about 8 or 10 pouches, each fitted 10 cartridges.
Oh. That was at Chivli.
Chivli, yeah.
Where were the Boers at this time?
They were at Colenso.
Had they taken Ladysmith?
Yes, they were at Colenso.
Ah. Where was Buller?
He was at Chivli,
Was he at Chivli with you?
yeah.
Did you see him at all?
No, I never saw him.
Never saw him in the campaign.
No, I never saw him. I don't.
Did you hear about him?
Oh, yes, I never saw him. I don't think so.
What did people say about him?
What people?
Did the soldiers like him?
Yes,
Very much.
yes, because he thought about his men more than he did winning the war.
Did he?
Yes. According to the soldiers there, he was running the war the same as a man would in an office. As soon as the sun started to go down, he used to stop operations. Which was not right, I don't think.
So how long did you stay in Chivli?
I don't know how many days.
A long time. Was Roberts had been killed by that time? The young Roberts, had he?
Yes, he was killed in December.
That was the previous year.
Same year,
The same year.
1899.
Must have been.
He was killed at Colenso.
That's right. Was that after they had tried to get through?
The first time they tried to get through, I think it was.
Then they all came back to Chivli, did they?
Yeah, Chivli was the headquarters.
The armoured train had already been attacked by that time, had it?
Oh, I don't know. You see that if I had my diary, I could have told you that. I know.
Where'd you go from Chivli?
We were at Chivli a long time. I forget what it was now. But while we were at Chivli, I struck up friendship with the naval chaps. They had 2 or 3 12 pounders.
Off the ships?
Yes, they come off the ship, yeah. At Chively there was a naval hill. They called it Chively when we were camped there. We were camped the other side of Chively. But from Chively we were in one of the dips there, you know. And I struck up friendship with the Navy boys. They were on the top of the rise. Well, they call it Naval Hill today.
Did they?
Yeah. And we used to go up there in an afternoon, and we used to see the Boers along Colenso, the Tugela River, riding along. And they decided to blow the bridge up.
At Colenso?
At Colenso.
That was the railway bridge or the...
No, the main road bridge. Not the railway bridge, the main road bridge. War road bridge.
Yeah.
Main road to the Ladysmith. You could see the bridge from where we were. And I remember there was a Navy officer there in charge, and English officer. Belonged to one of the English regiments at Chively. And I remember the military man says, I bet you a guinea, he said, you won't blow the bridge up. He said, I've got instructions to blow it up, he said, and I'm going to. He says, and I bet you a guinea, and in 3 shots I'll blow it up. And the other man said, no, you can't, it's too far away. He says, it's a bet. He said, yeah. Oh, yeah. He took his money out of his pocket. First shot dropped in the water just in front of the bridge. I was standing there, I saw all this. Now, he said, the next one, he said, will be near. And it went just over the bridge. You saw the splash of the water the other side of the bridge. And the third shot, he blew the center of the bridge right up into the air. Yeah. Yeah. That stopped the Dutchman coming into Colenso's backwards and forwards, you see.
Did this fellow take his money?
Yes. Oh, you bet he did. Oh. It was a proper bet.
Where did you sleep, Bob? In tents?
In tents, yeah.
In tents. When you were on the way, where did you sleep? In the open?
Yeah.
You have trouble with lice?
Hey?
You have trouble with lice?
No lights at all.
Lice.
What do you mean lights?
L-R-C-E.
Lice? Yes, all lousy as could be, then.
All of you?
All of us, yes.
Why was that?
Well, because you never bathed or anything. You had your clothes on day and night, day and night.
Didn't you change at all?
No, they don't give you a change. When you come to a place where you're stationed for a week or so, and then they give you new clothes, other clothes.
Yeah.
And they take yours away and put them in through the furnace. Kill all the lice, and then they hand them out again next.
How did you kill the lice?
Huh?
Did you kill the lice?
Kill them. Yes.
How?
Used to take our shirts off and kill them. They used to run up and down you in sections. Hundreds of them. You got that used to them, you took no notice of them. At first they'd give you hell, man.
What did you have to eat? They had field kitchens and everything, didn't
bully beef and biscuits.
Nah, they had bread too, didn't they? Didn't they have kitchens? Mobile kitchens?
No. Nearly all was bully beef and biscuits. Hard as hell, these biscuits, 4 inches square.
How long did you used to ride a day?
Morning till dark?
How long did you, how much distance did you cover?
I don't know.
About?
Couldn't tell you.
About 10 miles?
I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Did you go on to Spinekop after Chively?
Yes.
The weather was bad, wasn't it? Was it raining?
While we were at, while we were at Cheveley in tents, the tents, well, there was four rows. 4 rows of tents. A, B, C, D, R.
That thorny cropped.
Thorny crops. And in front of your tent, they run a thick rope, about an inch or so in thickness. And we used to tie our horses up to this rope. All the horses were tied up. And one evening it was drizzling and raining. And then the wind come up.
This was in August.
What?
This was in August, was it?
We're still at Calenza at Cheveley, man.
Yes. What time of year was it?
It was while we were learning, waiting to carry on the fight, man.
Oh.
We were at Cheveley all this time. And a windstorm come up from the birds, and it blew a whole lot of biscuit cases all over the place. And that frightened the horses, and they all stampeded. And when it got light, there wasn't a single tent standing. All the tents were lying on the ground. And nobody got hurt.
Huh.
Nobody got hurt.
Was there a lot of illness on the road?
To start with, we all suffered with dysentery, man, diarrhea.
No WCs.
No.
Just had to go out in the veldt.
Used to drink, used to make a pit about 50 yards long and put hessian around it.
Yes.
And they used to put posts that way.
Crossways
Like that. And another post running through the middle. Used to sit on that.
Just under the empty pit.
Empty pit, yeah.
Didn't it smell?
Ooh. Flies by the thousand.
Gosh, is that every time you camped?
Yeah, when you come to a camp.
It must have been terrible if you had a dysentery.
Oh, well. It wasn't dysentery properly, it was more diarrhea. Change your diet.
Yeah. When you...
Hey, you putting all this down?
No. Not all of it. When did you go on to Spijnkop? You were going to go round Spijnkop, weren't you, to go on to Ladysmith? That was the plan, wasn't it?
The plan was to take Spijnkop.
Yeah.
Well, we should have taken it before Spijnkop was ever fought.
Who was in charge of you up there? Thornycroft?
Buller was in charge.
Yeah. You didn't actually see him though?
No.
Warren?
No, I don't remember seeing any of those fellows.
Where did you cross the river?
We crossed the river at... I don't know now, I forget. There were 2 places we crossed the river.
It was on a pontoon bridge, wasn't it?
Yeah, they built a pontoon bridge.
Did the horses take kindly to it?
No.
Did they have to be led across?
The first lot had to be led across. They wouldn't go on. They were frightened. They jumped and carried on. The chaps got on the ground and led them across. And then the others all followed. Well, when we went across, the horses all were dancing on the pontoon bridge.
Yeah.
They knew there was water underneath, I think.
Yeah. Did you stop, where'd you leave the horses before you climbed up?
Left them at the bottom of the hill.
Where was Three Tree Hill? in sort of perspective there. That's where Warren was, wasn't he? Warren stayed at Three Tree Hill.
Yeah, I think they call it Mount Alice now.
What was Thornycroft like? What did he look like?
Good chap. Good chap.
What did he look like? What was his... Was he tall?
He wasn't tall and he wasn't short. Let's see, who could I say he was like? A build like Alick.
Oh, yes. What was he?
He had a fair moustache.
Was he a colonial?
No, he was colonel of the Scottish Rifles in Scotland.
Oh.
He came out with the Scottish Rifles.
And what made him?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose they picked him to form Thornycroft's Mounted Infantry. We were just the same as his regiment, the Scottish Rifles. Even to the helmets we wore.
What badge did you have on your helmets? None.
No badge.
No badge. Not even a little tagging on the side?
Huh?
Do you have anything on the side?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember.
How many of you climbed up Spinekop?
I don't know.
The whole company?
No. Every third man in the company had 4 horses to look after. Every 4 that came along, 3 went to the front and the other one stopped and looked after the 4 horses.
Oh, yes.
That was his job.
So when did you start climbing Spinekop?
Left there in the evening.
Was it dark?
Yeah.
It wasn't raining, was it?
No.
Wait for this. It was just dark, eh?
Yeah.
What happened on the way up?
I don't know. Well, it's no good, man. I've got to have my diary to tell you. I can't remember everything that happened.
Did you have a Boers?
Huh?
Did you have a Boers on the way up?
No.
When you got to the top, what happened?
Thornycroft led the people to the top and all Spinekop.
Yeah.
We were the leaders. And when we got up there, just about daylight, I think it was. The boys rang out, "Skid killed, daar come the Roynecks."
The what?
"Skid killed, daar come the Roynecks." Cape boys shouted to the Dutch sentry next to it all. They fired, but I don't know whether they killed him or not. There's a couple of them buried up there now, Dutchmen.
Then when you got to the top, there was no one there, was it?
No, everybody's gone.
Yeah. Did you have to dig in then?
Yeah.
Right in the middle?
Oh, I don't know whether it's in the middle or not far enough forward.
You didn't see any sign of the Boers?
Yeah. Only heard the bullets.